while since I filmed a favorites video, but I have a few things that I wanted to share with you that I've really been enjoying the last month or so, the last couple months. Most of it's this month, most of it's fairly recent. So more like recent favorites than monthly favorites, but it's been a little while, so I wanted to share with you guys just a couple of things. So I'm going to start out with my absolute favorite of the month that I think I found out because of my Walmart beauty box. I'm pretty sure that's where that came from. So I had tried out a little sample of the Jergens BB Body Perfecting Skin Cream, and I got a little sample of it. I mentioned it in my empties videos, and I loved it. It's really nice because it's supposed to do 5 things. So it's supposed to hydrate, illuminate, even, firm, and minimize the appearance of imperfections. So this is really nice because it does not have any shimmer in it. Actually, I wanted to mention a couple of fails this month as well. So there was another one that I tried, which is the Whish CC Body Cream, which has like ridiculous amounts of shimmer in it. I feel like shimmer doesn't do a whole lot to like correct and smooth and whatever. I think it just makes it obvious that you're wearing something on your legs. This one's really nice because it does not have shimmer in it. It's just, it kind of smooths out the color of your legs. I only use this on my legs. And just makes them look a little bit nicer. It moisturizes really well and it smells really good. It doesn't give off a lot of color payoff, so if you're hoping for like kind of a tan-er look, it doesn't really do a whole lot for that. I originally had the fair one and I bought the medium to deep skin tones one. I think maybe it changes the color just a tad. It gives me a little bit more darkness, but not very much at all. So I actually really love this. I love the smell, and I've been using this pretty much every day after I shave my legs to just kind of give my legs a nice even look. It's really nice. I'm really a fan of this. So to go along with that, just really quickly, I'm going to mention my fail body product, and this is the Whish CC Cream. I don't know if you guys can see, but like on the outside of the packaging, I have shimmer all over it from when I put it on. So this is supposed to correct, moisturize, and soothe. I got this in a Birchbox, I think, and I've used a good chunk of it because I want to use it up. That's one of the things I'm trying to finish up. And it has shimmer, like a ton of shimmer. So I don't feel like it adds a lot of color to my legs necessarily. It just adds a lot of shimmer to my legs. It smells really good because it smells like coconut milk, but I don't think I can easily use this without looking like a crazy glitter bomb went off on me. And so I've been working on finishing this up by mixing it in with another lotion so I'm not crazy shimmery. But this for me is a fail just because there's so much shimmer in it. Like why? Why? If I go out in the sun, I just sparkle. I become Edward Cullen. It's not cool. So this is not a win. Really quickly while I'm on this topic is my other fail for the month, which is the Makeup Forever Step 1 Base Mattifier or Mattifying Primer. So this one looks like I've used a ton of it because I like used it and I let out an air bubble, so it looks like I've used a bunch of it, but I haven't really. This I got like a little miniature size. I was trying to get some mattifying primers and I haven't found a single mattifying primer yet that has worked for me. I don't know if my skin is just so oily that mattifiers don't work for me or if I'm using a bad moisturizer. I don't know what the deal is, but like this one I use every day on my nose and on like my forehead and I still get oily there. I don't understand. And I'm using my Infallible Pro Matte Foundation, which was always fine for me before, and I realize it's summer and it's warmer, but I don't know what the deal is there. This I don't find does anything to mattify. And then this I also don't feel like does a good job of applying because when I use it like around my nose, it's such a thick formula that it makes foundation cake up on top of it and it looks weird. Like I was looking at my foundation and I thought it was fine and then I really had to blend in this area right here. I really just don't like this that much. I'm going to try to use it up because I paid for it and I have a good chunk of it gone already. So I'm going to try to finish it up. I'll use it over the summer, but it just isn't good to me. I'm glad I didn't buy a full size of it because it doesn't do anything for me. Next up are a bunch of makeup products that I really do enjoy. So the first one is the newest one to me, and these are some MAC eyeshadows. So they had a, if you joined their like rewards club thing, they had a $10 off a $50 purchase. And I'd never bought any MAC shadows before. So I bought the palette, the little shadow insert, and then 7 eyeshadows. Somebody told me that this color right here, which I believe is Haux, H-A-U-X, was a dupe for mauve, and I really like this color. So mauve from the Lorac Pro palette was one of my absolute favorites. It was a great crease color. I adored it. So I bought this one, and it really is a pretty color. So in my palette here, I have Stars and Rockets, Naked Lunch, Phloof, Cranberry, All That Glitters, Satin Taupe, and Haux. So I have really enjoyed these shadows. I'd never tried MAC shadows before, so that was a new experience for me, but I really like this. I especially like using Naked Lunch all over the lid and then kind of blending it out with Haux and Cranberry and Satin Taupe. And it looks so like natural and fresh almost, which I know it doesn't sound like it should be because some of those colors are not as natural, but it just looked really nice. I really enjoyed wearing that combo because I felt like it made me look very bright-eyed and awake. I really enjoy using Naked Lunch over the lid and stuff if I'm using in my Pay in That Palette eyeshadows, and Phloof in the inner corner always looks really nice. I'm a huge fan of those shadows. Stars and Rockets is super, super pretty. So like Stars and Rockets here is this purple iridescent color, which is just gorgeous. I love it. It's like blue duochrome. It's gorgeous. I was going to buy more because they extended their sale for a week, and then I just decided not to because I just wasn't sure what I wanted to buy. So if you guys have any great suggestions for MAC shadows that you think I need to pick up and add to my MAC palette, let me know that. I'm interested in trying out more because I really like the consistency of these. They're very smooth and soft, and they just look really nice on the lids and they wear really nicely. So let me know if you have any more suggestions for these because I've enjoyed the ones that I've had so far. The other eyeshadow that I've been using a lot to mix in with my Pan That Palette eyeshadow, so I mentioned that in my Pan That Palette update if you guys are interested in checking that out. I've really been enjoying this color. This is Starry Eyed by Makeup Geek. This is one of their foiled shadows. And this one is a really pretty, bright champagne color. And it's not necessarily glittery because the foiled shadows are just very metallic. I've heard some people say that they don't really like this formula, but I really, really love this color. I think I have like 5 other ones of these because I got them in a set over Christmas when Makeup Geek was doing some sales, but I really like this one. I have it on today over top of some of my eyeshadows from my Pan That palette because it just adds a nice pretty pop of color and it brightens my eyes. I think it makes them look a lot more glamorous and interesting because I've been kind of getting bored with my Pan That palette stuff recently, so that's a great way to still use some of those colors but then just change it up and add a little bit more interest to my eyes. So I've been really liking mixing that one in with my shadows. The other product that I have here is the Kevyn Aucoin Celestial Powder in Starlight. So this one, when I got it from Haux, and I thought it was going to be way too dark, but I've gotten a little bit of a tan recently. And so it does have like a pink color to it, but it looks really nice on the cheekbones. It's really intense highlight, so I have that on today. I've really, really been enjoying this. So the pan is never full when you get them from Haux. It's enough for several uses. I've been using this pretty much every day for the last month and I still have product here. So this will probably be finished up by the end of this month and go in my empties. But I've really, really enjoyed this. I think I might look into purchasing the full size of this, or if you guys know any dupes for this one, let me know that in the comments. But I have really enjoyed the glow that it gives. It makes me feel very summery and bright and awake, so I have been a big fan of this one. The other face product that I have is kind of a rediscovery. It's been sitting in my drawer for a while and I haven't been using it a whole lot because I've been working on using up my NARS Orgasm blush, but I did the blush tag recently, which I will leave linked here if you guys want to go check that out. And in that I mentioned that the Rockateur blush from Benefit is one of my favorite beautiful colors. It's probably one of the prettiest colors that I know of. It's just very neutrally and shimmery and it just makes your cheeks look pretty and glowy. And so this one I kind of forgotten about. I just pushed it into my drawer. I hadn't been using it a whole lot, but after I mentioned it in the blush tag, I've been using it pretty much every day since, and I've really been enjoying it. I have it on today. I think I kind of mixed something else onto it as well, but I can't remember what I used. But this I've really been enjoying using. It's just a very natural flush of color. I mix it usually with a cream blush as well, and it stays really, really well, especially in comparison to my NARS Orgasm. I've noticed that that one tends to fade off very quickly because it's an older powder probably, but this one stays on all day for me, and it's just a nice pretty glow. I don't know, I'm a big fan. I like it a lot. So I've been using this pretty much every day since I pulled it out of my collection again. It just reminds me that I need to go back and look at my collection sometimes and rediscover products in it because sometimes things get pushed aside. Same thing kind of goes with this product. This is the YBF Automatic Eyebrow Pencil in Universal Taupe. I used to love this and I used it all the time. And then I started using Sable from my Lorac Pro palette in my brows, and I stopped using my brow pencils for probably about 10 months in there. And then I came back to this one, honestly, because I've been using it as just the spoolie side to brush out my brows, and then this broke off and I'm like, alright, I should probably just use this up so that I can use my other pencil that actually has a not broken spoolie. And so this one is just like a nice thin-tipped brow pencil. The color is pretty perfect for me. It's not too dark, it's not too light. You can kind of press harder and get it darker if you want to. And I forgot how easy it was to do brows with just this pencil. So I feel like my brows have been looking better since I started using this again because there's a lot more control and precision in filling them in with this. And I think the color is really nice. It's just good, easy go-to, and it's so much faster. So I have another one of these because I bought them in a double set, but this one will probably be gone in the next couple of months, and then I'll get to go to my other one that actually has the non-broken spoolie. But this I really, really like. I forgot how much I loved it, and I'm glad that I had them in my collection because I really feel like my eyebrows are just so much easier and quicker and look so much better right now than when I was using the powder. So this I'm glad that I looked back to and found in my collection again. My last makeup product for this month is a mascara. This is the Super Sizer mascara from Covergirl. Everybody talks about this one. It is a basic plastic applicator. The wand doesn't look like anything special, But I always layer my mascaras, so I have the Rocket Volume Express from Maybelline in the waterproof formula. I've had that as a favorite for like years. That's been the last couple of years that I always use it as my first step, and then I layer this on top. I've opened up some other mascaras recently, so I opened up like the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara recently, and I like this combo better than that. Everybody raves about that mascara, but I don't think it looks as nice. I feel like it looks a little bit clumpy on me, and it doesn't make my eyelashes stay curled as well. So I think I will stick to this combo with the CoverGirl one. I'm glad that I haven't bought the full size. I just have a little sample size that I think came in my Stardust palette maybe. This mascara is fine, but I think that these just make my lashes look so much better. That combination totally wins over that one. So I think my eyelashes just look a lot more fluttery and curled and voluminous with that. If you guys have any good suggestions for mascaras that you think are like top of the line, that are the absolute best, I would be curious to hear that. Let me know that in the comments below as well. I love mascaras. I have a bunch of samples that I need to get around to, but I just tend to stick to my old faithfuls. So if you think there are ones that I need to try, let me know that in the comments. So that is it for makeup products. The one last thing I was going to mention really quickly, which is a recent favorite, is the Real Brewed Tea Pure Leaf Raspberry Tea. So I have been trying to be a little bit healthier. I drink a ton of pop during the school year, like at least 2 to 3 cans a day, and I'm trying to be better than that. I was getting into the habit for a while there that I was like drinking 3 to 4 cans, and it's so not good for me, I know. And so I'm trying to get better about drinking pop, and so my sister recently had me try her raspberry pure leaf tea, and I actually really like this. It's got caffeine in it, which is nice, but it doesn't taste too much like tea. I've never been a person that loves the taste of tea. There's something about it that I'm not a huge fan of, but this one with the raspberry flavor has just enough flavoring that I don't get complete taste of tea. There's still a little bit of tea flavor to it, but it's not so bad. And this is a lot healthier for me than pop, I know. I know it's still probably not the healthiest thing. I need to keep on working on drinking more water, but this is at least better for me than pop, and I really like the taste of that. So if you have any suggestions of products that are like this, that are like tea, that's healthier for you, that doesn't taste like straight up tea. Rupaul season 8 just finished up, which I loved. It was a really good season. Rupaul's Drag Race season 8. I'd love to know if you guys watched Rupaul, if you guys were happy with the outcome of it, if you were happy with who won. I was pretty happy. I was actually really happy with the top 4 in general. I thought that any of them would have been a great winner. I was pretty happy with the top 3, but I figured I knew who was going to win, and that was who ended up winning. But I really enjoyed the season as a whole. It was so much stronger than last season. Season 7 was so not good. The best thing that came out of that to me was Katya. I love Katya as a drag queen, but the rest of them last season it wasn't a great season. So the season was really good. I enjoyed it. Anyway, lots of things for you guys to comment on if you have any suggestions on the things that I mentioned, or if you watch RuPaul and you have thoughts on the season or the people that won, let me know that in the comments below as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.